We're going full Zuck. The magnet mouse was significantly more human. The Betaverse is nice. I like that. Is this filmed at his stolen Hawaiian estate? That's right. Yeah, it is.
Time for us to adopt a new company brand.
You know what, actually? SV Harkin. I like that. Let's go with that.
To encompass everything that we do. To reflect who we are and what we hope to build, I am proud to announce that starting today, our company is now Meta. Our mission remains the same. It's still about bringing people together.
Is that what it is?
And their brands, they're not changing either. And we are still the company that designs technology around people. Hey.
So he totally like practices acting like a human being, like in the mirror, right? You see the way he put on the smile there?
And what that designs technology around people.
Look at the way he goes from non-smiling to smiling. He Googled how to be a person. Watch this.
Still the company that designs technology around people. Hey, and welcome to Connect. Today, we're going to talk about the Metaverse.
Oh, hi there.
With the most important experience of all, connecting with people.
It's what I don't understand about guys like this. Is like, clearly you're not good at like talking to people, relating to people, seeming like a relatable, like normal person. Clearly you're not like this. Like, why? What I don't get is like why he insists on being the public face of this. Like, why does he insist on being the public face of this massive company that he's already got the billions of dollars. He has his own fucking Hawaiian island, but he still has to be like the public face of everything. Despite so clearly being just like an upsetting person to look at and listen to. If he wasn't the face of it, I'm sure they'd be much more successful. You're right. Why doesn't he make an anime or something interesting to look at? I mean, this is you're showing this whole meta thing. But I'm still just seeing regular ass Mark Zuckerberg. Or Mark Zuckerberg, as I sometimes call him.
Imagine you put on your glasses or headset and you're instantly in your home space. It has parts of your physical home recreated virtually, it has things that are only possible virtually, and it has an incredibly inspiring view of whatever you find most beautiful.
It's always funny to point out, too, that when you're showing this stuff, it's like, just to be clear, so, like, you in this scenario are, like, sitting with the big fucking thing in your head. Right? Like, let's be clear about that. Let's be clear about what we're talking about here. I'm going to my home space. Guys. Whoa, look at me, I'm in my home space. This is what the meta universe looks like. Shit.
Hey, are you coming?
Yeah, just gotta find something to wear.
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
This is amazing. It's like you're just totally, it's like you're there.
Oh, hey, Mark. Hey, what's going on?
Hi.
What's up, Mark?
Oh my
Whoa,
goodness.
We're floating in space? Who made this place? It's awesome.
Right? It's from a crater I met in LA.
This place is amazing.
Wow.
Is that you?
Of course it's me. You know I had to be the robot, man.
I thought I was supposed to be the robot.
Whoa.
Pretending to laugh at Mark's jokes.
I knew you were bluffing. Rob to talk you through all this.
Hey,
I
wait,
am hacking
where is
Rob's
Naomi?
brain through
Let's
the
call
VR
her.
headset to make him a lib.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam. Sorry, I'm going to get back to my virtual meeting here. Thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. 13 months of tier 1 from Fonzons. Wonderful. I'm going to go back to my magical meeting here in the Facebook Metaverse. Ooh.
Hey, should we deal you in?
Hey, sorry I'm running late, but you gotta see what we're checking out. There's an artist going around Soho hiding AR pieces for people to find.
3D street art? That's cool.
Send that link over so we can all look at it. This is stunning.
Okay, that is something.
That's awesome.
I love the movement.
Wait, it's disappearing.
This is amazing.
Hold on, I'll tip the artist and they'll extend it.
Wow. Brilliant.
Privacy and safety need to be built into the metaverse from day one. You'll get to decide when you want to be with other people, when you want to block someone from appearing in your space, or when you want to take a break and teleport to a private bubble to be alone. You're going to be able to bring things from the physical world into the metaverse. Almost any type of media that can be represented digitally, photos, videos, art, music, movies, books, games, you name it. Now, lots of things that are physical today, like screens, will just be able to be holograms in the future. You won't need a physical TV, it'll just be a $1 hologram from some high school kid halfway across the world.
Yeah, but you do need a physical big headset that you're wearing on your face. To be clear, it's not just some hologram that's being projected to you that you can just look at. Like, you're not, despite what this representation is, you're not just going to be standing in some holodeck in this, surrounded by this incredible thing. You're literally sitting somewhere with the giant thing on your head. And I think it's kind of cool a little bit, the VR stuff. Like, even, like, this is just the Google version that you just, like, you can just put your phone in. And it is kind of neat. You know, I don't want to discount the fact that this stuff is, like, sort of cool. But this idea that this is this new amazing thing, and this won't just be used to, like, hawk, you know, NFTs. It's like it's going to be just constant ads going right into your brain, encouraging you to buy, like, fake clothes and fake art that doesn't exist in the real world, that they can create without using resources, not paying someone for labor, not creating something actually, like, with physical materials and that kind of stuff. It's all just going to be this like big scheme to get you to invest in, like, fake products that exist as a series of ones and zeros and not, like, physical items. Yeah, we forgot Amazon ads surrounding me in the cartoon world. And they're all going to be siphoned off from their own corporate areas too. You're going to have the Steam metaverse, the Facebook metaverse, the whoever else is doing it, Amazon, Google, and we're all going to be siphoned off in our little corporate matrices. Baudrillard warns us and we didn't listen. That's exactly right. We did not listen. The TRRS metaverse. Well, now we're talking. That would be kind of cool. Imagine if we were doing this stream, but I was there in the middle, like a fucking big. I could be like my worm self, and you'd actually be hearing me talk from my big God Emperor worm. That would be kind of cool, right? It's not all bad. Yeah, it's funny how they seemingly stole some street art and made it VR seemingly anyway. Yeah, and then they're like, we'll tip the artist to make sure that it can stay there. You can count on me. You're going to have good old Rob to talk you through all this.
Posting walk, I am worming out.
Thank you, Lysine. No, I mean, there is something that I find cool. I mean, especially if you grew up reading about this stuff, to, like, be able to have it on your head and look around and see different things. I remember the first time I tried the Oculus Rift, I did find it quite cool. I saw this, like, concert video of this Montreal artist, Patrick Wilson, just, like, in his loft. And you can just, like, hang out and you look around, you see him playing the piano there, you look over there, you see other stuff, you see his dog running around. It's kind of neat. but it's certainly not exactly not what Facebook is advertising here. And it's like the idea. It's really just another one of these a long history of these tech demos, which are like promising something which is not even close to being actually deliverable. Honey, are you watching Worm Man again? Come on, that would be cool. You have to admit that would be cool. If you could come see me doing these talks and I would just like a giant worm god. Everyone would love this.
And you'll be able to take your items and project them into the physical world as holograms in augmented reality too. One part of this is Horizon Home, which is our early vision for a home space in the metaverse. Horizon Home is the first thing that you'll see when you put on your Quest headset. Today, there are already a bunch of options to choose from, and in the future, anyone will be able to create one. We've just called it Home until now because it's been missing something very important.
Which is funny because Google Home was doing this exact thing. Google Home, remember, PlayStation Home. This is not a new thing. I just remember PlayStation Home. Remember when, like, if you had a female avatar, then like all these people would just like go up to you. All these people would just go up to you and start like dancing. See if I can find an example of this. Wow, look at this new, it's crazy. Yeah, it is all just bait for venture capital. It's the exact same thing as you know, Elon Musk or whoever else saying that like AI driving is going to be the number one way that people get around. They were saying like now is supposed to be the time. If you were paying attention to these conversations 10 years ago, they were saying now no one's ever going to drive cars anymore. Everything's going to be all completely automated. You know, it's just all complete. They all just made that shit up. They just completely made it up.
People. Soon, we're going to be introducing a social version of Home, where you can invite your friends to join you as avatars. You'll be able to hang out, watch videos together, and jump into apps together. Then, there is Horizon Worlds, which is where you can build worlds and jump into them with people. Horizon is designed to make it possible for everyone to create, and we're already seeing people build some really interesting experiences.
Apps. We're going to go into the apps together, everybody.
To throwing surprise parties in VR that family and friends around the world can join. Over the last year and a half, a lot of us who work in offices have gone remote. And while I miss seeing the people I work with, I think remote work is here to stay for a lot of people. So we're going to need better tools to work together.
We all love hanging out on Zoom. Everyone loves this. Let's take that to the next level.
You could be at the office without the commute. You would still have that sense of presence, shared physical space, those chance interactions that make your day all accessible from anywhere. Now imagine that you have your perfect work setup and you can actually do more than you could in your regular
Let's take everything that I hate about being in an office and bring it into my house. That's what everyone's asking for.
And as we focused more on work, and
my favorite thing about working in an office is definitely like being around all these people that I love, my family, you know, my office family. That's always my favorite part about doing that kind of stuff. Having people just walking around, interacting with you. I love that. Absolutely love it. I want that in my house, in my everyday situation. I'll be right back. 1 second, folks.
And frankly, as we've heard your feedback more broadly, we're working on making it so you can log into Quest with an account other than your personal Facebook account. We're starting to test support for work accounts soon, and we're working on making a broader shift here within the next year. I know this is a big deal for a lot of people. Not everyone wants their social media profile linked to all these other experiences, and I get that, especially as the metaverse expands. And I'll share more about that later. But I'm genuinely optimistic about work in the metaverse. We know from the last couple of years that a lot of people can effectively work from anywhere. But hybrid is going to be a lot more complex, when some people are together and others are still remote. So giving everyone the tools to be present, no matter where they are, whether as a hologram sitting next to you in a physical meeting or in a discussion taking place in the metaverse, that's going to be a game changer. I think this could be very positive for our society and economy. Giving people access to jobs in more places, no matter where they live, will be a big deal for spreading opportunity to more people. Dropping our daily commutes will mean less time stuck in traffic and more time doing things that matter. And it'll be good for the environment. We plan to continue to either subsidize our devices or sell them at cost to make them available to more people. We'll continue supporting sideloading and linking to PCs so consumers and developers have choice, rather than forcing them to use the Quest store to find apps or reach customers. And we'll aim to offer
his whole way of talking with the gesturing,
with low fees in as
seems
many
off.
cases as possible, so we can maximize the overall creator economy while recognizing.
Couldn't you imagine? Because like Mark Zuckerberg already does look like he's like a. Okay, so Chai T-Rex is exactly what I want to say, demonstrating the benefits by being half human and half 3D model. Do you think it's possible? Like, this always happens in sci-fi stories. Maybe Mark Zuckerberg just like died in 2011 or something. And this whole time for the last decade, he's just been like a CGI avatar. He's already been uploaded. That's right. He's one of these, this happens all the time in sci-fi stories. He's this tech billionaire. He uploaded himself into the Matrix. It's like Westworld. That's right. And all those things of him on like what is that weird surfboard thing? What is that called? His consciousness is already in the meta. That's it. Uploaded himself to the mainframe. The first immortal. It says a lot about society, doesn't it?
Recognizing that to keep investing in this future, we'll need to keep some fees higher for some period to make sure that we don't lose too much money on this
I don't doubt
overall.
it, Mark.
After all, while a growing number of developers are already profitable, we expect to invest many billions of dollars for years to come before the metaverse reaches scale. Today, we're introducing the Presence platform, which is a broad range of machine perception and AI capabilities that empower developers to build mixed reality experiences on Quest 2. You want to tell us more about the Presence platform?
Yeah, we've said before that realistic presence.
Another thing that I read about this, and maybe we can look at the quote that he gave from it, where it's like he sees the future of this is like someone wearing not just a VR headset, but like glasses like this, and being able to like be in a chat group or like a group chat or a Slack, like a work Slack at the same time as you're talking with someone. So you can be like talking with someone while texting at the same time and they can't see. And it's just like, that sounds horrible. Imagine you're just trying to talk to someone and like they're not looking at their phone. They just go and just like stare off into space 30 seconds and you're like, hello, are you okay? And they're like, oh, sorry, I was just texting somebody. This is a great way for humans to interact with one another, definitely. It is odd that he hasn't seemed to age over the last decade. This is what I mean. Like, he doesn't look like a real person. I think we should start examining this. We should turn this into a legitimate conspiracy theory. I've never seen Mark Zuckerberg in person. Have you? I just see him in pictures. And in videos like this where he just does not look like a human being in any way. We should be using this technology, thank you Crad Babes, to decrease how much of our lives we have to spend at work, not increasing it and expanding the remit of work into every space of our lives. Not just work, but advertisements. It's like we're not surrounded by advertisements enough. We really need it surrounding our whole peripheral vision at all times. And anytime we see any fucking product, it needs to have a link needs to pop up on our AR glasses to like purchase the product and get some underpaid gig worker to come bringing it to us. There we go. Great. That's what we need. We need more of this. Can't wait to see an Ontario Proud billboard in the metaverse. Exactly. We're not inundated with advertising enough. That's what I'm always saying. I'm always saying this. And you can just pay a small little fee to decrease the ads. That's right. Monthly. Not just a one-time fee. It's a monthly subscription service, which they'll inevitably add advertisements to. We need more ads. We need more work. We need more artificially scarce digital commodities. This is the future that the metaverse is, or the Betaverse is bringing us towards. And I, for one, can't wait. By the way, Cape Cod-Minus, did you share your... It's Unabomber pilling me. Did you share your climate story? Did I miss it? Oh, okay, sorry, I missed it. I missed it, Cape Cod-Minist. Some hard-hitting on-the-ground climate journalism for you. We had our worst nor'easter super early in the season since the perfect storm. I'm on day 3 of no electricity or water. Grilling pizza and beer rations are running dangerously low, and my dog is starting to look tasty. Oh man, Cape Cod-Minist, that's crazy. I don't want to guess how you're logging into this stream. I feel like you should be probably whatever electricity you're using to log into this stream, as much as I appreciate it, you're probably using to like live. My parents were out of electricity for 48 plus hours, but it's finally back. Man, it's been a long time since I've been without multiple days without electricity. I don't know if any Eastern Ontario ice storm veterans from the late 90s, whenever that was. But that was probably 4 or 5 days without electricity. And it's truly amazing and kind of scary to think about how fucked society would be if electricity shortages became more widespread and longer. How quickly things would completely fucking deteriorate to just total chaos. I have a generator and cell service. Okay, that's good. That's good, Cape Cod-Minist. It's really like, it's hard to express how fucked things would get really, really quickly. And we will be finding out in the coming years as well. You're a Texas February 21 veteran. That's right, Sinchel. And Texas obviously handled that very well also. I remember covering on this channel all the people that thought that the snow was fake. They thought that the snow was like Soros was like putting fake snow to do something. I'm not totally sure why. They never came to they never nailed down the motive on that one. To probably convince people that the climate stuff is fake. So they were cutting off everyone's electricity and dumping fake snow everywhere. Lighting the snow on fire. Yeah, we talked about it on this channel. It wasn't snow, it was Bill Gates come. Okay. Okay, Badrino. Earliest nor'easter we've had, so the green leaves act like sails, causing catastrophic damage. Oh, interesting. The fake snow crisis was very funny.
Is the key to feeling connected in the metaverse. And the Presence platform's capabilities are what's going to deliver on that promise. Things like environmental understanding, content placement and persistence, voice interaction, standardized hand interactions. In fact, let's start with hands. I mean, the human hand is an engineering marvel. And bringing hands into VR was no easy feat. It required a lot of collaboration against product, design, research, but we continue to improve that product, finding new ways to navigate with gestures and interact with VR. So today, we're introducing the Interaction SDK, a library of modular components that will make it easy to add hand interactions to your apps.
That's pretty exciting.
But next year, we are releasing a new product that will push the boundaries of VR even further. We've codenamed it Project Cambria.
So this isn't...
We've reached the point where basic facts of reality are subject to conspiracy theories. That's the amazing thing as well, CyberSyn Enzo. That really gets me so depressed. Just the willingness for these like anti-mask and anti-vaccine people to organize and get it on the streets. and to really like to put pressure on politicians. These are all good things that we should be encouraging, but they're doing it for this incredibly dangerous, fucked up reason. And it's like, we literally need these people to just to take that energy. Just take that energy, the anger that you have towards the political class, industrialists like Big Pharma, take that energy and anger and funnel it towards the people that are causing climate change. And they're like, no, we don't want to do that. We think that that's a hoax, actually. It's like, awesome. That makes me so fucking depressed. These people are just so willing to get out and protest and to like make people's lives miserable, to have big demonstrations. And it's like, please just take this energy you have and funnel it towards this productive thing, towards people that deserve it. And they're like, no, absolutely not. It's really fucking annoying, actually. Mark starts getting nervous when this guy's talking about human hands. Like, oh yeah, no idea how to simulate that again. His brain's just going into like reboot mode.
The next Quest. It's going to be compatible with Quest, but Cambria will be a completely new, advanced, and high-end product, and it'll be at the higher end of the price spectrum too. Our plan here is to keep building out this product line to release our most advanced technology before we can hit the price points that we target with Quest. All right, so let's talk about some of the new advances here.
Yeah, sure. There's a ton of new tech going into Cambria. For example,
it's
your
so
avatar
unnatural.
will be able to make natural eye contact and reflect your facial expressions in real time. This way, people you're interacting with will have a real sense of how you're actually feeling. It does mean building more sensors into a form factor that's comfortable to wear for a while. And because we want VR to be for everyone, we also have to make sure avatars represent a diverse set of human facial features and skin tones, as well as paying attention to things like glasses and beards that might get in the way of some of the sensors.
So that's going to be a big step forward for social presence, and I'm really glad that we're focused on making it inclusive from the start. Now, what about unlocking more mixed reality experiences? I mean, imagine working at your virtual desk with multiple screens while seeing your real desk so clearly that you can pick up a pen and write notes without taking your headset off. Or, you're doing a workout with a virtual instructor in your living room.
It's going to be so cool. We're already seeing the potentials of these kinds of experiences today as people are building for our API. But with
Talk about Verhoeven again. Always nailing this kind of shit.
People are building for our pass-through API. The potentials of these.
Man, Sharon Stone in that movie. Goodness gracious.
Hi, honey.
Verhoeven nailed it. Nailed it yet again.
Some men just tried to kill me.
Muggers? Or shit. Hi, honey. Hi, honey.
Verhoeven nailed it again. He did not miss. He really didn't. I'm sorry, don't bonk me. Please don't bonk me. I can't help it, okay? All the technology they're talking about in this is extremely easy to fake and extremely hard to actually implement. Well, that's the really funny thing about all this is that it just seems like one of these Silicon Valley tech demos. And like what is the diminishing rate on returns on this? How much longer they're going to keep getting away with completely just making a video of some crazy science fiction thing without having any ability to actually deliver the thing? Hey, we noticed your avatar didn't look too happy at the meeting. It's weird, our algorithm that's designed to pick up smiles and eye contact, notice that you're kind of shuffling around and you're not smiling enough. You're only at a 26% smile ratio. We'd like you to get those smile ratios up to at least 62, 63% in these meetings. The algorithms feels like there's something bothering you. They're going to sell a ton of this tech to corporations that's just never going to take off. Yeah.
these kinds of experiences today as people are building for a pass-through API. But with
Gonna need
Cambria,
63% more fair, or it's gonna take off, but it still feels like we're probably a couple decades away. Like we're still like several years, probably several decades away from this technology really being as like immersive and responsive as they're saying that it's going to be. In the same way that when we talk about like colonizing Mars or like doing space industries, like Jeff Bezos says, we're going to do all our heavy industries in space. Like, certainly the technology for that stuff can possibly exist at some point. The idea that it's going to exist like at any time soon is just it's a complete fabrication. It really is like, it's like the modern equivalent of some of those retrofuturism videos. That's right. That's right. That's totally it. You just run this on mute with some vaporwave. It's gonna make sense.
we'll be taking this to the next level with high resolution, colored, mixed reality pass-through. We essentially combine an array of sensors with reconstruction algorithms to represent your physical world in the headset with a sense of depth and perspective.
But the ultimate goal here is true augmented reality glasses, and we've been working on that too. And today, I want to show you an experience that we've been working on for Project Nazare, which is the codename for our first full augmented reality glasses. Here,
this is what he's talking about. This is how he wants us to live our lives. We're like talking to our friends and family while there's like other people like fucking bothering us with video chats and texts like literally in front of our eyeballs. And again, which will also be, it's going to manifest in like ads as well. Yeah, Google Glass went so well. And that's another thing about like the whole VR headsets as well, which is something I you know, a couple years ago, definitely I was pretty into this idea and thought it was pretty cool and wanted to try it. But like the reality is when it comes to these like VR headsets, like if you like live with people, if you live with a family, like you're literally talking about being there in a room where people can see you and interact with you, and you're completely closed off from this reality. You're completely in another reality. And it's just weird. It's just like a weird sensation. Like I wouldn't want to be using this product with anyone seeing me going like, "Oh, hey guys, hey, we're in our floating space room," and then it literally looks like this. Like your family member, your family member comes in to see you, like, "Oh, I need to talk to you something," and you're just sitting there looking like a complete asshole, just being like, "Hey, what's up, guys? No, pass me the ball in this tennis game. Oh, I'm just looking at my Slack chat over here. Oh, and I'm video chatting someone over here. Hey, we're floating in space. Oh, let's switch to a forest room. Let's switch to an undersea room. Look at these fish." And there's like a physical person in your presence being like, hello, like I'm actually here physically to talk to you. And you're just completely closed off from that. And it's like, I could never like feel comfortable actually like doing that. Like I could never feel comfortable immersing myself in this other reality when I'm like, is someone trying to talk to me right now? Like even, I don't know if anyone ever feels this, but sometimes when you have headphones on and I'm listening to headphones loudly, I'm always like, is someone trying to talk to me? I have this feeling of like, you have this feeling of this sensation that you're like not hearing stuff or that someone's trying to talk to you. I always feel this kind of, and I feel like with VR, it would be a lot of that kind of thing. I would never be able to fully like immerse myself in this virtual world because I'm like, what is happening in the actual physical world that I inhabit? Oh man, that is dystopian, Dave Legend. Instead of ignoring homeless people, you just write them out using AR. That's right. You just walk to your job, and all the signs of urban decay and the collapsing economy, all the stuff, it just goes away. The physical world is going to get so bad that VR will be a respite. Well, that's as we can joke around about that, but like that is like probably a likely outcome to a lot of this stuff. For a lot of people, it's going to be so fucking impossible to actually participate in the real world that they're going to retreat into this. It's going to be like this voluntary Matrix situation. They see this as the solution to housing. Here's your pod. You live here. If you want art or beauty, get in the VR and tip the artist. Yeah, exactly. You just live in like a coffin. You just live in basically a coffin. But you have a beautiful scenic vista outside.
You'll see you're chatting with friends on WhatsApp and planning a game night. You can select a game, and then, as you walk over to your kitchen, you can easily just put your game onto the table and you're off. And that's the kind of experience that
like this is
augmented
just an
reality
animation.
will
Like this is
unlock.
not a real thing.
There's a lot of technical work to get this form factor and experience right. We have to fit hologram displays, projectors, batteries, radios, custom silicon chips, cameras, speakers, sensors to map the world around you, and more into glasses that are about 5 millimeters thick. So we still have a ways to go with Nazare, but we are making good progress.
Cool. Sounds really bad. The metaverse, folks. It's a brand new thing. This is going to be our lives for real. Installing microwave ovens in the metaverse. Exactly. Well, and comrade social distancing, that's a great point as well. All this meta shit is just a giant diversion from people being fed up with Facebook's bullshit and the European Union gunning for Zuckerberg. That's right. It doesn't seem like it's a coincidence that there's all these hearings going on, that they're being their role in like actively making society worse at all times is being like questioned by like elected officials. And they're just pivoting to like, no, we're doing this brand new thing. Here's how we're going to take over the world even more. We need a tooth crunches emote. That's true. That is good. That is one thing that Dune has given us too, a brand new meme. There's a lot of good memes, and the tooth crunches reaction image is pretty exceptional. The metaverse, everybody. That's what it looks like.